Grant Stewart. Batting second, right fielder number 16, Nick Stone. Batting third, shortstop number 24, Zane Gale. Batting fourth, pitcher number 3, Caleb Castro. Batting fifth, catcher number 13, Dylan Dougherty. Batting sixth, third baseman number 18, Jacob Wasson. Batting seventh, second baseman number 5, Sam Schumann. Batting eighth, center fielder number 9, Jackson Bray. And batting ninth, first baseman number 8, Jacob Wiggins. Now the Pirates come into the game with a record of 14-7. Let's meet the head coach Brian Harmon and assistant coaches Clay Stump and Tucker Morlock. And now, Crane fans, let's meet the starting lineup for your Pirates. Leading off, second baseman number 33, Wyatt Vaught. Batting second, catcher number 28, Darren Terrell. Batting third, third baseman number 35, Colton Elder. Batting fourth, first baseman number 30, Hartley Howard. Batting fifth, pitcher number 29, Colby Smith. Batting sixth, shortstop number 3, Brent Williams. Batting seventh, center fielder number 23, Nick Grant. Batting eighth, left fielder number 16, Heath Quick. Batting ninth, DH number 32, Bryson Branson. And playing right fielder number 21, Zane Thompson. Umpires for tonight's last game are Justin Stockham and Mark Easley.
Welcome back to 2D Parsons Memorial Stadium for tonight's game between the Crane Pirates and the Spokane Owls. Our starting lineups are announced with, first off with Spokane.
Leading off for Spokane is Grant Stewart, and he's playing left field. Batting second is Nick Stone, playing right field. Then Zane Gale, playing shortstop, followed by Caleb Castro, pitching, and then, catching. And then Dylan Dougherty, pitching. And then Jacob Wasson playing third. Shan Truman at second base. Jackson Bray in center. And Jacob Wiggins at first base.
Starting out for the Pirates, Wyatt Vaught will lead off. He is at second base tonight for the Pirates. He wears number 33. Darren Terrell will be hitting second at behind the dish for the Pirates. He wears number 28. Colton Elder will be on the mound. Colton Elder will be at third base tonight for the Pirates. Hartley Howard will be at first base again for the Pirates. He wears number 30. Colton Elder wears 35. Colby Smith will be on the mound for the Pirates. He wears number 29. Brent Williams will be once again at shortstop tonight for the Pirates. Nick Brandon will be in center field. He wears number 23. Heath Quick will be hitting eighth. He wears number 16 at left field. The designated hitter Bryson Branstetter will be wrapping up the lineup for the Pirates. He wears number 32. And Zane Compton wears number 21. He is playing right field tonight for the Pirates. Just underway here in Crane, as the first out has already been recorded. 0-1 the count on the second batter of the game, Nick Stone.
Yeah, it was pretty good. They already have an out already. Smith did a good job getting the first out, getting ahead in the count, and just got ahead and went up on with the fastball and got the first out of the game. And now fell behind 2-1, but needs to make a good pitch here.
Coaches tonight for the Pirates and the Owls. Brian Harmon, the head coach for the Owls. Clay Stump and Tucker Matlock will be the assistant coaches for the Pirates. Pirates come into this game with a record of Pirates come into this game with a record of 14-7. Record for the Spokane Owls is 1-14.
And that one win was against Crane, though, who they're playing today.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a walk.
Takes a walk to number 16. That is Nick Stone. And Zane Gale now comes into the third third batter of the game for the Spokane Owls, with 1 out and 1 runner on.
Looked a little confused getting the signs from the third base coach. Looked like a miscommunication.
First pitch, strike 1 on number 24. That is Zane Gale. He'll be followed by Caleb Castro, the cleanup man, and he is on the mound tonight, swinging a foul back to the screen. Now at 0-2.
I bet we see a curveball here. Seems
Yeah,
like a good
let's see.
curveball count. Curveball down.
Mm-hmm. 0-2. Definitely want to throw that curveball to shut him down.
Yep.
The 0-2.
No, we were wrong.
Swinging a foul back. He manages to stay alive. Now, if you're the batter, Callan, what would you do if you were number 24, Zane Gale, on 0-2?
I would definitely widen my stance a little bit and foul off every pitch I thought would be close until he makes a mistake and try to hit it where it's pitched, not strike out.
Pickoff attempt, and he's back in there safely.
Yeah, you always got to widen out and choke up a little bit. Just try to put it in play.
If you're just joining us for the third and final game, swinging a line drive into left center for a base hit.
Solid hit. You got a hold of that one.
And if you're just joining us, and a recap from the last 2 games,
Caleb Castro.
Billings defeated Sparta 13-12, and Blue Eye defeated Galena 9-2.
Some early trouble for the pitcher here. Start off
First
the
pitch
game.
to him.
That's
swinging a foul off to the left.
Got a man on first and second, 1 out.
No balls, 1 strikes, 1 out. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. To number 3, that is Caleb Castro. The pitch to him. Swing a little roller to the first baseman. Throws at the pitcher for the second out of the inning.
He almost missed
And
it.
here comes the runner.
Ooh,
Oh,
run
he
scores.
missed playing. A run scores to make it now 1-0 Owls over the Pirates.
I don't know what he was doing there. He's kind of kept jogging, jogged away, and
No.
stopped.
Yeah, he should have
Out bat number 13.
That was
Should have
odd.
got right at the plate and should have got it right at the plate where the ball was thrown to. Probably would have been out number 3 instead of 1-0.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Brings in number 13, Dylan Dougherty, the catcher for the Owls.
Good pitch. Way to get that. That was a good pitch to get ahead on.
Colby.
Colby Smith has started 5 games this year. He's got a record of 2-2, and with
Swing and miss, strike 2.
24 strikeouts. Seems pretty solid to me. 3-something ERA.
Now Dougherty is now behind in the count 0-2 with 2 outs now. Now 0-2, 2 outs remaining. You're Colby Smith. What would you do? Now, what would you be doing now?
I would just gotta give him a pitch, just like
Swing
that
and
one.
miss, strike 3, and that ends the first half of the first inning. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Spokane leads this one 1-0. Bottom of the first inning kicking off here in Crane, here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium. Pretty good sized crowd. Score update from Busch Stadium as the St. Louis Cardinals and the Milwaukee Brewers are now tied at 6 in the bottom of the 8th inning. Batter for Crane is Wyatt Vaught. Pitch at 0-1, or no, count at 0-1 on Wyatt Vaught.
I've personally quit paying attention to the Cardinals ever since they got out of playoff contention.
Yeah,
it was a rough season.
Exactly. I hope next year is going to be a better one next year.
I sure hope so.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and he is down on strikes for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up number 28, Darren Terrell, the catcher.
It's a good start by the Spokane pitcher to get that first out, and especially it being the leading hitter when it comes to average on Crane.
Mm-hmm. And let's see, a quick stats on Darren Terrell. As he appeared in 68 games. Or no, he's appeared in 21 games, 68 plate appearances, 49 at bats, 11 hits, 9 singles, 2 doubles, no triples, and 6 RBIs, and he is hitting .224 on the year for the Pirates. Now your thoughts on the pitcher for the Spokane Owls. That is number 3, Caleb Castro.
So far, mostly what I've seen is a lot of off-speed, kind of trying to keep those Crane bats out in front, kind of make them roll over, stay on top of the baseball. Don't let them get underneath or square anything up so they can drive it into the outfield. And 2 batters, 2 outs, I'd say it's working for him.
It steps in Colton Elder, the third baseman for the Pirates. He wears number 35. Uniforms for tonight's game. The Spokane Owls are in the maroon jerseys, gray pants, the gray and maroon caps for tonight. The Pirates in the blue jerseys, white pants, and the blue caps, as well as the blue high socks tonight for the uniforms of both teams. Down and in, 2-0. 2 outs on the 2 outs in the inning, 2-0 on Colton Elder. Looking for that good pitch to drive. Pitch to Elder. Strike 1.
Talking of a pitch to drive right there at the belt, right down the middle, that would be the one to really try to drive into a gap, but Elder with 2-0 count, kind of just waiting for his, I guess.
Mm-hmm. The 2-1. Swing and a grounder, base hit into left field, and that's going to put Elder on first for a 2-out single. And that brings in Harley Howard. To extend the inning to the pitcher Colby Smith. And talking about that was a good pitch to drive in for Harley Howard, for Colton Elder.
He barreled it up real good and shot it through that the left side gap over on the infield.
And steps in Harley Howard. He bats. Harley Howard bats .413 on the year. With 6 singles, two doubles, a triple. 17 singles, 6 doubles, 2 triples, a home run, and 20 RBIs on the fall season. And another run scores. Here comes Elder, and that's going to be another RBI double for. That's going to be another RBI for Harley Howard, going all the way to second for a double, scoring in Colton Elder, and that makes the game tied at 1-1.
Big 2-out hit there by Harley Howard. I mean, it's not too shocking seeing his average on the season is .413 and second on the team in RBIs. He is known for big hits.
Offensive stats on the pitcher Colby Smith. He's hitting .358 with he's hitting .358 with 2 singles and 20 RBIs and 8 runs scored. Hit by pitch once, and that's going to be the 3rd out as we go to inning number 2. Score is tied at 1.
Number 18, Jacob Wasson.
Top of the 2nd inning kicking off here at Crane. Score is tied at 1. Jacob Wasson, the leadoff man for the Spokane Owls in their half of the 2nd inning. Strike 1. Now seeing Wasson in the past, what's your keys for him? If you were a coach for Spokane talking to Wasson.
I'd say with Smith on the mound, you're going to go after that fastball early in the count. You don't want to get down and then allow him to mix up the curveball and the fastball, because that's just the more you have to worry about, the harder it is to really square up a baseball.
1-2. Check swing down and in. 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Outside, 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes. This is anybody's pitch coming in right here, as it could be either foul tip and extend the at bat, and he draws a walk. That's going to bring up number 5. That is Sam Schumann, the second baseman for the Spokane Owls.
Say if I'm the third baseman for Crane right here, I'm kind of creeping in, getting towards the bottom of that lineup. Once you get that leadoff man on, you're going to start looking to bunt, move runners over.
The pitch. Outside, 1-0. Lays down a bunt, foul. Our current game time temperature from first pitch, it is currently at 76 degrees under sunny skies here in Crane.
Beautiful day for baseball.
It is. A couple clouds in the sky Humidity at about 38%. Winds out of the east-southeast at 6 miles per hour.
Dropping down that sack bunt, done well.
Yeah, with that east-southeast wind, any fly ball hit out to
Out batter number 9, Jackson.
any fly ball hit out to left field or left center is probably going to be a home run.
Yeah, if you can really get some high to get up in the air, there's no telling what can happen with the wind.
Mm-hmm. Swinging a blooper single into center. That's going to be a base hit. That's going to put the runners now up at the corners at first and third. Now up for number 8. That's going to be Jacob Wiggins, the first baseman for the Spokane Owls. Decently good sized crowd here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium. We've had good crowds for the last 3 games.
We have, with being a Saturday, everyone having the day off from work. They came out. They've seen some good baseball so far too.
Oh, yes.
I'd say.
The 1-0. Strike 1. Definitely a good pitch for that strike to kind of take the pressure off with that strike.
Runner goes,
and he's going to be in there safely. 2-1 the count on Jacob Wiggins, the first baseman for the Spokane Owls. The 2-1, swinging a foul back towards the highway. It is now 2-2. Definitely want to get that second out in the inning if you're Colby Smith right now. 2-2. Swing a little chopper to the pitcher. Throws on to first, and that's the second out of the inning.
It's about the one place you don't want to hit it with that runner on third, and he put it right there. Colby kind of lucked out on that one, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Out the bat, number 1, Grant Stewart.
Grant Stewart stepping into the plate to move back up to the top of the order for Spokane. As he digs in, wears number 1 on the maroon jerseys. The maroon jerseys for the Spokane Owls. First pitch, watching it at 0-1. 2 runners on, 2 outs. 1-1 game. Swing and a miss, strike 2, and he is behind in the count, 0-2.
Runners on second and third. He really needs to look for a hit right here.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, and we go to the bottom of inning number 2. Score is tied at 1.
Number 3, Brent Williams.
Bottom of the second inning kicking off here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium. Brent Williams, the batter for the Crane Pirates, as he steps into the batter's box.
Brenton's coming in with a 370 average, and with 12 RBIs and 3 triples, 20 singles, 27 hits. Pretty good. if you ask me.
First pitch coming in at him at 1-0. 1-1 game if you're just joining us. Both runs have come across the plate in the first inning.
Yeah, Spokane scored that run on that. I don't know if it was
swing and a miss, strike one.
A base running mistake or
it may be.
Who knows? He just took the plate. Probably thought lost track of the outs or something.
Mm-hmm. The 1-1.
Inside.
2-1. Once again, if you're just joining us and you've missed the last two games, Billings defeated Sparta 13-12, and in the last game, Blue Eye defeated Galena 9-1. We sat down with the coaches of Billings and Blue Eye, coaches Drew Cherry from Billings and Dustin Avers from Blue Eye, as well as two players from the Blue Eye Bulldogs. That was Ryan Reagan and Jacob Crothamel, who both were satisfying in the last game, weren't they?
They played really well. Reagan had a really good day at the plate. Really helped his team out a lot.
Outside, ball four, and Williams is on with a walk. And that's going to bring up Nick Brandon, the center fielder for the Crane Pirates.
Nick Brandon's coming in with .254 average and has 15 hits on the year.
Not bad for Nick Brandon as he strides in. Here's the first pitch to him.
There it goes.
Inside, 1-0.
And he's in easily. Brandon's pretty fast. Got some speed to him.
Oh, yeah. Definitely relate to him as like not like a D. Gordon, but more like of a Colton Wong kind of player.
Yeah, definitely could see that in him.
The 1-0.
Straight up.
Swing a high fly ball into the infield. Shortstop has it for the first out of the inning. And that will bring in number 16. That is Heath Quick, the left fielder for the Pirates.
Heath Quick has 9 hits on the season with 5 singles, 3 doubles, and 1 triple. Doesn't seem as many as bats as the other starters.
The first pitch to him outside, 1-0.
Good take. Right on, trying to get him to chase that outside pitch.
Definitely want to find a good pitch to drive, and definitely leave the bad pitches alone. You don't want to take those.
No, those ones you only get a few pitches to hit in that bat. You gotta capitalize on those mistakes that happen.
It's a 2-0. Got to work that count if you are Heath Quick. If you're the pitcher, you're wanting to trying to get that good strike.
Yep. Just
3-0.
3-0. Here he's probably usually take with 3-0 count.
But who knows?
Yeah.
Quick rocks the bat up and down. 3-0.
Ball.
Outside.
Oh.
Strike one.
Nope, strike.
We all thought that was ball one. Or ball four, I mean.
Seemed a bit outside to me. Well, on a 3-0 count, that happens sometimes. That one was.
Ooh, ball four. And that's going to be putting runners now up at first and second now for Bryson Brandstetter. Now the sophomore designated hitter now for the Pirates.
Has a .370 average coming in on the year. 485 on base. 685 slugging. Seems got pretty good numbers.
For my mistake, he is a junior actually for the Crane Pirates. Rocks that orange bat up and down. Here's a pitch.
Just
outside, 1-0. Now, if you're Spokane's pitcher Spokane's pitcher Caleb Castro, 1-0 with 1 out and 2 runners on. What would swinging a fly ball to right field, foul ball.
Ooh, that almost landed in. But if you're the pitcher, you just gotta try to get a ground ball at the knees and get a double play, get out of the inning. That's the pitcher's best friend, double play.
Double plays are pitcher's best friends.
Yep.
And for Bryson Brandster, looking for that pitch to drive or trying to load the bases on another walk.
Yeah.
But that's not going to be on the menu for the Spokane pitcher. That is number 3, Caleb Castro.
Good take by Brandster there. It was ball up and just left it alone.
Mm-hmm.
Those high ones, some can look good sometimes.
Yeah. And if it's left up high, it's a home run for sure.
Oh yeah.
Swing and a miss.
Chase
Strike
that one.
2 and 2 the count.
Chase that one outside.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted that pitch.
Yes, he did.
Brandster needs to widen out and choke up and get a
The
hit.
2-2.
Ooh, inside.
Check, swing, strike 3 call, and that's the second out of the inning. And that will extend the inning now to number 33. That is Wyatt Vaught as we move up to the top of the order.
Good pitch by Spokane's pitcher. Jammed him inside after going outside.
Mm-hmm. Blocked in the dirt, and runners will advance to second and third. Now first base open for the senior second baseman Wyatt Vaught.
Wyatt Vaught's had a pretty successful season this fall, is what I've heard, leading the team in average.
Mm-hmm. And now when you face Crane with Clever against Wyatt Vaught, what's your scouting report on Vaught?
Well, Coach and I always prepare us pretty well for the games and have scouting reports for each players. And with Wyatt, we usually played in more of a shift to the opposite field, and because we looked at his spray charts and all that before the game and got our scouting reports on all the hitters, and that's where we played him, was more oppo.
Mm-hmm. Definitely want to play opposite field on a batter like Wyatt Vaught.
Yeah.
Swinging a high fly ball to the second baseman. That is drops the ball, and Crane's going to take the lead, and it is now 2-1 Crane. Good execution by Wyatt Vaught, even though that ball would have been out number 3.
Poor execution
but instead,
by Spokane.
Poor execution by Spokane, but great execution by Crane.
Yeah. That's just bad communication. They're not
exactly.
If you're the
infield and you cost an error, it's gonna bite you.
Oh yeah.
It costs you for sure.
They should have been out of the inning right there, but it cost them 2 runs.
Like basically, if I would call anything like a run scored on an error, that's definitely your consequence.
Oh yeah. Yep. Errors cost you runs.
Mm-hmm. First pitch to him.
Ball up.
Upstairs, ball 1.
That's just to think if they made that one play, they'd be back in there in the dugout.
Mm-hmm.
So it would still be tied too. But
yes, it would.
yeah.
Now it's 3-1 Crane. 1-0 coming in. 2-0.
2-0 pitch. Look for a good pitch to drive here if you're Crane.
Mm-hmm. Especially with a left-handed hitter like Darren Terrell. Current stats on Darren Terrell is that he is. You can read him.
He is batting .224 with 14 walks, 11 hits, and a .481 on base percentage.
Not bad for the Crane catcher Darren Terrell.
No, not too bad. Pickoff move.
Pickoff attempt at first, and he's in there safely. Very, very exciting game. Very, very exciting day of baseball here at Crane. Saw two good games here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium. If you're not familiar with this stadium is a historic stadium. It was completely flooded out back in 2015. Around the end of 2015, all of 2016, it was completely not playable. And then fall of 2016, it was renovated with a new concrete backstop from the third base dugout all the way to the to the first base dugout and behind the home plate, and new netting for the screen, and also new fencing around the concourse and the outfield, and as well as a new scoreboard on top of the scoreboard at Crane.
Yeah, I remember when the field flooded. It was my sophomore year when the field flooded, and they had to cancel all the games. And the field looks really nice after they renovated
It does. And especially they did renovate the other fields like the Little League field, the T-ball field, and the high school softball field just beyond the left field fence.
Yeah.
Takes another walk, and that is going to be the third walk issued, and that's going to bring up Colton Elder.
We could see an intentional walk here.
We could. And as Dalton Kelly will be making making a trip to the mound to kind of slow his pitcher down.
Yeah, I would just definitely take a visit after those walks and the air to get the pitcher to settle down out there. It's calm his nerves probably.
Me too. Especially not good if you're already in the second inning and the coach has to make a visit to the mound.
Definitely not good, but he should be all right.
Just kind of getting him to calm him down, kind of telling him to get this last out.
Yep.
And then see what all goes with that.
Yep. One pitch away from getting out of this.
Mm-hmm.
Also one pitch away from giving up more runs, though.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, what do you know with runners on first and second, 2 outs, pitch, outside 1-0.
And Elder's got some pop. Already has 3 home runs on the year. That ball's ripped.
Swinging a ball ripped into left field for a base hit. Here comes Vaught. He's going to score easily, and that is going to make it now 4-1 Crane over Spokane for Harley Howard, the first baseman for the Pirates.
Good piece of hitting there by Elder. Just got that fastball and drove it to left field, pulled it the way we were supposed to with it.
Definitely. It's definitely gonna get something on your scouting report if you're a batter like Colton Elder. It's definitely going to raise up your batting average.
Definitely.
Current stats on Harley Howard is that he is hitting .413.
And he also has 26 hits. Seems to have leading the team or second in the team in hits. One behind Brent Williams.
Count 1-0 on Harley Howard.
This has been a pretty big inning for Crane. I got 3 runs across in this inning. Foul ball.
Foul ball into left field.
That looked pretty close. It seemed like it just hopped over the bag, though.
Courtesy runner for the Crane Pirates, that is number 25. That's Isaac Robertson at third base. Colton Elder at second with first base open now for Harley Howard. Here's a 1-1. Swing little chopper. Ground ball to the shortstop. Ball gets away. Here comes Elder, and that's going to make it now 5-1 Crane.
Another error for Spokane. Those errors, they cost them 4 runs this inning.
Exactly. Definitely if you're a big team, if you're a team like Crane or if you're a team like Spokane fighting a tough team, best strategy is to attack early.
Yep.
Definitely attack early.
And Crane is doing a good job of that. Got 5 runs across this inning.
That was the same thing now back to the Galena game against Blue Eye. If you were Galena, what would have been your strategy if you were facing a team like Blue Eye?
If I was Galena, I just have to execute on bunts and move like good base running to try to outbeat them because you might not out hit them, but you can outsmart them.
Throw on the first, and that's the third out of the inning. We've played 2 full innings. 5 runs have come across the plate. We go to the third inning. Crane leads this one 6-1. Nick Stone steps into the batter's box for the Spokane Owls to open up the top of the third inning for the Owls. Currently, we have no stats on the Spokane Owls. He is the right fielder for the Owls, wearing number 16. Colby Smith is back on the mound for the Pirates with a 5-run lead to kind of keep in, has a 5-run lead to kind of keep pace and to secure for the Pirates. Swinging a little high fly ball to, and what a play by the left fielder that was. Heath Quick on that play. And talk about that play. Good execution on that play.
Very nice play. I don't know, I guess the ball kind of carried on him a little bit. He didn't think it was going to run that much, but he was able to jump there at the last second and grab it.
Mm-hmm.
Right
that ball had base hit written all over it.
It did.
Swing and a miss, strike one.
Safety big for Colby right here to try to go 1-2-3 after being able to score those 5 unearned runs at the bottom of that last inning.
Swinging a high fly ball. Who wants it? And it's going to drop for a base hit. And the right fielder could not easily come up with that with the ball. And a runner is now on first base.
Had to cover a lot of ground to get to that one and almost got there. I'd have liked to have seen him try to dive for it, maybe make the miraculous play.
Oh,
but
yes.
Played it safe, kept him to a single.
Mm-hmm. In steps in number 3, that is Caleb Castro, the pitcher for the Spokane Owls, with a runner on first. Pitch coming in at 0-1. Now, if you're Caleb Castro, the cleanup man for the Spokane Owls, 1 out, 1 runner on, what's your best strategy to do if you were Coach Dalton Kelly talking to the batter Caleb Castro?
I'd say with seeing a 4-hole coming up, that's usually known as your big bat and kind of your pop in the order. So with that runner, on first, just moving to second, actually, I'd say you're looking for something big in the gap to try to score a run. Maybe switch spots with that runner on second base, try to get something going for your offense.
The 1-1 swing and a high swing and a pop up to the left fielder for the second out of the inning. That is the second out of the inning. That is going to bring up number 13, Dylan Dougherty, the catcher for the Spokane.
He was able to get into the outfield, but just wasn't able to find the gap. The left fielder covered the ground and was able to make the catch.
Oh yeah, especially if you're hitting balls to an outfielder like like Heath Quick, who's covered some ground. He's covered quite a bit of ground today for the Pirates. It's going to make it tough for the Spokane bats to get base hits down the left field line.
Very difficult. And speed. It's the ultimate game changer. Speed kills.
Mm-hmm. Here's a 2-0. Little pickoff attempt. Strike one on number 13. That is Dylan Dougherty, the catcher for the Spokane Owls, calling the game behind the plate for Castro, the pitcher. Swinging a foul back to the screen. Count at 2-2. Definitely looking for that. Definitely looking for that second out, or for that last out of the inning. If you're Colby Smith with 2-2, just definitely want to shut the runner down, or shut the batter down.
He's able to foul off that 2-strike pitch right there. I feel like that's going to be what he's going to have to do, is just keep fouling off those tough pitches till he gets one he can find and really put into the outfield to try to score that runner from second.
Oh yes, definitely. The 2-2. Inside, strike 3 call, and we go to bottom of the inning number 3. Crane leads this one 6-1.
throw hard.
Bottom of the third inning kicking off here at Crane. Britt Williams, the leadoff man for the Pirates in their half of the third inning. Here's the first pitch to him. Strike one.
When talking about speed kills, Brent Williams is definitely a type of batter that can show that with his 3 triples on the year.
One and one on Brent Williams. Here's a 1-1. Swing a high fly ball, deep left field. This ball is going back. This ball is gone. It's a home run. Get up. Get out of here. Home run for Brent Williams as he rounds the bases for a solo shot. And that's going to give the Pirates a 7-1 lead.
Man, the pitcher left that pitch right up and then right in the middle of the plate, and it's Brent definitely jumped all over it, putting it right over that left center wall.
Definitely a big mistake by the pitcher for Spokane. Definitely don't want to leave a pitch up, and it's either going to be a extra bases or it's going to be a home run. And it sure cleared the fence for sure.
Yes. Lots of air underneath that one.
Exactly, especially with the wind coming out of the east-southeast. It happens to just carry the ball.
Let's see, we got another one right here, another deep drive to left center.
It's going back, It is at the wall.
2 hops the wall, and there goes the base runner.
Here comes the base runner. He's going to be
safe.
Safe at third with a triple. And that's just going to give the Spokane coach Dalton Kelly more nightmares tonight.
Leaving another pitch up in the zone, and the batter was able to really barrel it up and put it in that left center gap again. Able to 2-hop the fence with that one.
Mm-hmm. Here comes Heath Quick. For his second trip to the plate. Pitch way upstairs, 1-0.
That one was a little bit too far up to try and hit.
Mm-hmm. Here's a 1-0. Inside 2-0. Or 1-1 the count.
Is this Brian's or Snyder's? You know?
That was Snyder's.
Okay.
The 1-1. Little squeeze bunt. And that's going to score the run. Make it now 8-1 Crane as Brandon comes in from third base.
Now to bat number 32, Bryson Branstetter.
And that's one word I would like to spell as C-L-U-T-C-H.
Very. You may have gotten out at first, but your team's happy, your coaches are happy, so it's definitely a productive out.
Exactly. And now it's going to bring in Bryson Branstetter, the junior designated hitter for the Pirates. The jackknife's out of the way, 1-0. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one. Good little tapper, but does manage to get a piece of that one. But that's just something to learn. Just not your pitch to hit. The 1-1.
When you chase a bad pitch, sometimes it's better to foul it off than to put it in fair territory.
Swing a little pop-up base hit, and that's going to put Bryson Branstetter now up at first for a single with Wyatt Vaught coming up to the plate.
Wyatt Vaught.
I'd say after that Brent Williams home run, I'd say the Pirates pretty much now have a lot of fire in.
Yes, they've. You could definitely say with that 7-run lead, they've taken control. Now they kind of they really need to assert themselves and try to get those 3 more to try to get a run rule after 5. Don't let Spokane hang around.
Exactly. pickoff attempt, and he is safe.
You mentioned being clutch earlier. I talked to Coach Harmon before the game, and he said they were very unclutch the last time they played Spokane, so I'm sure he's very happy to see
Exactly.
them coming through tonight.
Exactly. And and being Spokane, what do you think the game plan is going to be for the next few innings for Spokane?
I'd say just everything possible to start scoring runs, because you're going to need 7 runs with only 4 innings left for you to hit. You're going to have to get 1 or 2 or 3 each inning to just slowly work your way back and start trying to shut down Crane, as they've scored in every inning so far.
Right. And especially back in the Clever game, again in the game between Crane and Clever, Crane did manage to keep the game close, but did not manage to take the lead, as they were held scoreless all the way until the bottom of the 7th inning.
I heard about that, yeah, and I heard a big ground rule double down the right field line is kind of what kept Crane from really jumping on Clever, but it came through, and then Clever was able to make the final plays to get the win.
Plus, with swinging a little blooper into left field for a base hit. That's going to score Brandstetter, and that is going to make it now 9-1 Crane. Now coming up with an 8-run lead.
Left fielder lost it, got by him, and that was able to let Brandstetter round third and score easily.
Especially if you are definitely with Dalton Kelly, as he's going to be now making a meeting on the mound with the pitcher Caleb Castro. And we're only in the bottom of the 3rd inning so far. And we did see a lot of high-scoring games so far today.
Yeah, it looks like this one, at least when it comes to Crane, it'll be another high-scoring affair.
But it wasn't as high as scoring between between Sparta and Billings.
Yes, that one was 13-12. Anytime you can get 25 runs in one game, looks more like you're watching a football game or a basketball game than baseball.
Exactly. And with that score 13-12, you can tell that's a score that is too close for comfort, for sure.
Yes, with so many runs scored and then just one run, when you think of 13 or 12 runs by both teams, I'm sure with Billings it was not comforting.
Especially with both teams with their losing record, I would not expect a game like that with both Billings 5-9 and Sparta 9-10. I mean, I thought you'd expect like a 2-1 game or something like that.
Yeah, the bats definitely came alive today. With Sparta throwing their ace, it was kind of, you didn't really see a high-scoring affair coming in, but luckily we were able to put the bat on the ball quite often, so we were able to score, but they scored right with us, so it was very nerve-wracking.
Will you embarrass my sister on her 17th birthday?
Yeah.
Okay, will you say, like, give a round of applause for Katie Robinson on her 17th birthday?
If anything, I will after the game.
Okay.
As we return back to action, as the catcher Darren Terrell now steps into the plate for the Pirates. But this is his it's not his second trip in this inning. This is more like a Forsyth Crane game, basically.
Yes, it's very. Crane's been moving through the order so far.
Especially like back in the past with Forsyth, playing against Forsyth back when they were in the SWCL. You could tell it would be a high-scoring game against Forsyth.
Yes. They were always a good team, so it was always interesting. They could always swing the bat.
Count out 2-0 on Darren Terrell, as Crane manages to keep their foot on the gas pedal against Spokane. And this is a team that Spokane's only win to was to Crane. And so you can tell that Crane does have fire in their eyes and looking for revenge on Spokane.
Yeah, you could tell that Crane came out really wanting to avenge that one loss on the year.
It's a 3-0. Bunt attempt, and that's in there for a strike one. So far, 3 runs have already come across the plate. Recap of our scoring drive. Spokane only scored 1 run in their half of the first inning. Swinging a foul to the left, to the right. Crane scored 1 run in their half of the first inning to tie the game until scoring 5 runs in the bottom of the second, and now 3 runs in the bottom of the third inning. Spokane has been scoreless through both the second and third innings as Terrell draws a walk, and that's going to bring up number 35, Colton Elder.
Last thing you want to do is put runners on base for Elder. He will make you pay.
Exactly. And another courtesy runner coming in. That will be number 14. That is Breckenbott for the Pirates. And as you know, if you've seen Crane play, they do use a lot of courtesy runners on their team.
Yeah, when you got that speed sitting there on the bench, and you always want to use it.
Swinging a little high, swinging a little base hit into, once again, left center. Here comes Robinson. Here comes Robinson. That's going to be scoring. That makes it now 10-1 Crane. And that's going to bring up Harley Howard.
Number 30, Harley Howard.
Another power hitter Harley Howard, as he strides into the batter's box. Here's the first pitch. Inside, 1-0.
A big bat like Harley Howard and that runner on second, you know he's looking for that pitch that he can put in a gap to score that run from second, and possibly Elder from first.
Exactly. Maybe put this game even more out of reach for Spokane. The 1-0. Outside, 2-0. And the runners advance to second and third on that pass ball in the dirt.
At this point, I'd say Crane's just trying to get that 10-run lead so they can try to end this after 5 and save as much pitching and energy as possible.
Exactly. Because they do have a big test coming up. If they win this game, they will have a big test to face Blue Eye in the semifinal game at 7 o'clock on Monday, October 2nd at C of O.
The Crane bats will really have to show up for that one, facing a very good, one of the SWCL's best pitchers in Ryan Reagan.
Mm-hmm. The 2-2 to Howard. Swinging a little base hit into right center. Here comes Vaught. Here comes Elder. And that's going to make it now 12-1 Crane. As Crane continues to pour the cement over the Owls, making it now 12-1 Crane. And what a game this is.
Another big at bat by Howard, driving in more runs on the day.
Up to bat number 29, Colby Smith.
And that brings up the pitcher, Colby Smith. And you could say, with Colby Smith as the pitcher tonight, you could tell he's going to be feeling real good about himself tomorrow.
Of course. When you can give up 1 run so far, and you know your offense is going to score, which they have tonight, it's a good feeling when you're on the mound.
Mm-hmm. And if you're Brian Harmon, you're going to be coming into the Blue Eye game. If Crane wins this game, who are you going to be throwing against Blue Eye when Blue Eye is going to be throwing Ryan Reagan?
I'd say you got to throw your 1 or your 2, just whoever you feel like gives you the best matchup against the Blue Eye bats.
And back to Brent Williams in his last at bat. He homered for a solo shot, and that put the game up at 7-1. It is now 12-1 Crane. You can tell that was way, way back. Feels like we're now in the 7th inning.
Almost. These last 2 innings for Blue Eye have really dragged out with a.
Or for Spokane, you mean?
Well, for Crane batting.
Oh, for Crane.
With 5 runs 1 inning and 6 this inning with 2 outs and possibly more to come.
Mm-hmm. The 0-1. Ball in the dirt. Looked like it hit him on that pitch.
I thought for a second there that he didn't drop his bat enough and it hit his bat.
Yeah, maybe. But these umpires, they have missed a lot of hit batters in these games tonight.
Yeah, in that first game today, Sparta had one and we had one that both got hit, but the umps felt like both batters tried to get hit, and they called them back.
Mm-hmm. Another base hit double by Brent Williams, and that's going to score Harley Howard in easily, and it is now a thumping 13-1 Crane right now over Spokane. Crane's
really laying it on. I feel like with them being Spokane's only win of the year, they really had something to prove coming out here today that last game was a fluke, and I feel like they have shown that they are the better team.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Especially if you're Coach Harmon or Coach Stumpf. You could tell that they do have fire in their eyes.
Oh, yes.
Coming into this game. Because they were looking for redemption. Swinging a foul back.
It's safe to say that if it continues the way it is, they're going to get that.
Mm-hmm. 0-2 the count on Nick Brandon. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a foul back. The 0-2, swinging a high fly ball into left field. Who wants it? And
it's
going to drop, and that's going to score Williams, and that's going to make it now 14-1 Crane. Ouch.
Coming all the way around from second.
Exactly. You could tell those are some wheels coming around.
Yes. Errors have really plagued the Owls today, as just think Crane might not even have 5 of these runs, as they were able to really come up big after a 2-out error earlier.
Mm. Then steps in Heath Quick, the batter for the Crane Pirates. Here's the pitch. Swinging a high fly ball to the center fielder. Catches it, and we finally go to the 4th inning.
I'm sure Spokane's happy to hear you say that.
And score is now Crane 14, Spokane 1.
Jacob Wasson.
Top of the fourth inning kicking off here in Crane. 14-1 Crane after an 8-run inning by the Pirates. As Colby Smith has a 13-run lead to capture for this game against Spokane.
Nothing easier as a pitcher is pitching with a double-digit lead.
Exactly.
Just throw the ball over the plate, hope your defense works, and even if it is a hit, well, oh well, you still got a 13-run lead.
Here's a 2-0. Outside 3-0. Definitely not looking for those outside pitches if you're Colby Smith and you have a 13-run lead. Definitely don't want to be throwing those pitches outside.
Yeah, if you're Coach Harmon, you're really looking for him to just attack the zone.
Count now at 3-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Sun just about going down here in Crane. Current time is 7:08 p.m. We've been here for quite a while. And as he issues a walk to number 18, that is
Out the bat, number 5, Sam Schumann.
Jacob Wasson.
I apologize for that first game going 3 hours long.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was an exciting game to see.
It was fun but stressful to coach in.
I don't blame you. If I were a coach, it would be stressful for me. Number 5, Sam Schumann, the batter for the Spokane Owls. Count at 0-1 for Spokane. Here's the 0-1. Ball gets away, and that's going to move the runner to second base.
I think the ball slipped out of his hands on that one. It landed about 45 feet from the mound. Here's a 1-1. Outside, 2-1. The 2-1. Strike 2. Definitely a good pitch to see if you're Crane. Good pitch on the outside corner. Not much the batter could do with it.
Way outside, 3-2. Now it's full count. If it's either base hit, ball 4, or strike him out. What would you do if you were Spokane, base hit or ball 4?
I'm always one for the base hit. Try to get that runner around. If you're going to come back from a 13-run lead, you're going to need to start doing it now and start getting on it quick.
Swing and a miss, strike him out.
And that's not going to do it.
Going to be the first out of the inning. That will bring in number 9, Jackson Bray, the center fielder
Number 9, Jackson Bray.
for the Spokane Owls. Swinging a little grounder to the shortstop, Brent Williams. Throws him out for the second out. And the runner advances to third on...
Out the bat, number 8.
You could
David
see
Oh,
Brent
right,
thought
right.
about trying to get him at third, but then just took the sure out at first. I'd say he made the right call.
Definitely a smart, a smart idea to do if you're the shortstop. Is to make that call. First pitch coming in at Jackson Bray, a ball. Count is 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, one runner on here in the top of the 4th inning. Ball gets away, and the runner at third manages to stay put.
That's rough on that one. The way it got away from the pitcher kind of flew up in the air. You'd think you'd want to try to capitalize and get a run on that, but I guess he's going to hope the batter can do something with it.
The 2-0. Swinging a little roller to the shortstop. Throws him out, and we go to the bottom of inning number 4. Crane leads this one 14-1.
to bat number 32, Bryson Brandstetter.
Bottom of the fifth inning kicking off here in Crane. Bryson Brandstetter, the batter for the Pirates. He is a designated hitter wearing number 32 on the blue uniforms for the Pirates. As the first pitch comes in at him at 0-1. And he is hit by the pitch, and he will advance to first on that hit by pitch, and that will bring up number 25, Isaac Robinson.
Out to bat number 25, Isaac Robinson.
Looks like Crane's going to start bringing in some pinch hitters, getting those kids that don't see regular at bats some playing time here in this game that's kind of started to get out of control.
And that is going to bring in a courtesy runner. That is number 21. That is the right fielder, Zane Compton, coming in to pinch run for Brandstetter. Here's a pitch. Upstairs 1-0. A very, very exciting day for SWCL baseball here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium.
Oh, the bad bounce got that runner.
Bad bounce did get Zane Compton.
Something tells me Coach Harmon's not going to be too happy about that.
No, he won't.
Darren
Terrell now the batter for the Crane Pirates. And something tells me that the Pirates the Pirates could be something tells me that could add a little spark after that hit Robinson.
Yeah, anytime you can get a free out like that, it's always a little uplifting for the team.
Ground ball base hit into right field. That's going to put runners now at the corners. That was a single by Darren Terrell that moved the runners to first and third with that's going to be Isaac Robinson at third base. Colton Elder now the batter for the Pirates with some big power in that third spot in the lineup for Coach Brian Harmon's Pirates.
You won't see him pitch hit for the senior Elder. You know he's going up there wanting his own at bat, try to add some more runs to that score.
He's more of that do-it-yourself kind of guy. Swinging a high fly ball, popped up, and that is going to be a foul ball. And look out there. Count now at 0-1.
Pitcher left that one up in the zone for Elder, and he tried to jump on it, but he just barely missed it.
0-1 pitch to Elder. Inside 1-1. Very good eye, but a little too close for comfort if you're Elder.
Yeah, especially when you gets up there, you're more protecting yourself than worrying about getting on base sometimes.
Swinging a foul back behind the grandstand here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium. Recap of our scoring. Once again, the Spokane Owls got their one and only run in the first inning, thanks to some base hits, and Crane tied it up in the first inning. Scored 5 runs in the third inning, 8 runs in the third inning. Currently the score is now 14-1.
Now to bat number 30, Harley Howard.
Brings in Harley Howard, the first baseman for the Crane Pirates. Another big bat for the Pirates.
Yeah, Howard's already, I think, has 2 doubles, 4 RBIs on the day, so he's looking to do a little bit more damage for the Pirates.
Here's the first pitch to Howard. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
It's got to be nice for Crane to have Elder and Howard back-to-back, 2 bats that you know at any moment could just put one at the wall or over the wall.
No balls, 1 strike, 2 runners on, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning for the Pirates. 1-1 the count as Howard watches that one just come in at 1-1. Definitely a good eye to see on that. Good eye for that one.
Yes, just a little bit below the strike zone. Good eye, though, to sit there and watch it go by and wait for your pitch.
Swing and a shooter way back, foul ball.
When you're the pitcher, you just got to think on that one. That's just a long strike.
Mm-hmm. Count now at 1-2 for Howard. 1-2. Swinging a foul back, and he manages to stay alive. Definitely was not a good pitch to hit.
One of those, though, that it's just too close. You can't watch it go by and take that chance of the umpire ringing you up.
Exactly. You don't want to swing and a miss, strike 3. That is the end of the 4th inning. We go to the 5th inning. Crane leads this one 14-1.
Izzy Stevens.
Top of the 5th inning, kicking off here. Izzy Stevens, the batter for the Spokane Owls. Ooh, as he swings and rips a liner foul. Look out there. Down by the third base dugout. Count now at 0-1 on Izzy Stevens. The 0-1. Strike 2. Here's the 1-1. Or no, 1-2. Strike 3 called, and that is going to be the first out of the inning for
Out bat number 20,
Crane.
Ty Stewart.
Ty Stewart now the batter for Spokane. As the first pitch comes into him. Swing a little chopper to the third baseman, number 24. That is Buddy Bowling now playing playing third base for the Crane Pirates, taking Colton Elder out. Batter is number 19, Justus Lozarite. pronounce it the way, just pronounce it just the way you could. Swinging a foul ball tipped. The 0-2. Swinging a foul tipper.
And this is number 19, Just Deuce Loser.
Just Deuce Loser, the batter for the Spokane Owls, as head coach Dalton Kelly using the swing and a miss. Strike 3 called as he's going to his bench and as he strikes out for the second out of the inning. This, will bring up number 3, Caleb Costo, I mean. The pitcher for the Spokane Owls. Amazingly how Coach Kelly has still kept Costo in the game after he has allowed 14 runs to come across the diamond here at Tootie Parsons Memorial Stadium. Count at 1-0. Here's a 1-0. Swing a little chopper foul off to the first base side of the diamond. One and one the count. 2 outs. Here's a 1-1. 2-1. Three and 1 the count on Caleb Costo, the pitcher for the Spokane Owls. 3-1 pitch, swinging a high fly ball to left field. That's going to be in the gap, and that's going to score. That is going to score number 20. That is Ty Stewart.
Number 13.
And that's going to make that game now 14-2 Crane over Spokane right now here in the top of the 5th inning. As number 13, Dylan Dotery is the batter for the Spokane Owls with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning, As he swings at that one, strike 1. The 0-2. Takes a little practice pitch to Darren Terrell. The 0-2 pitch. Struck him out, and we go to the bottom of inning number 5. Spokane manages to dent another run on the scoreboard. The score is now 14-2. Now Crane wins this one 14-2. Coming up next, we will have interviews with the pitcher for Crane and head coach Brian Harmon coming up in just a few moments.